Hello guys, Master Mini here, and welcome to episode 2 of My Driver. Sorry this one has come out a bit later than the other ones, but finally it is out. But today we'll be at Bahrain. Enjoy. Guys, in my second ever race.
Okay, good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
P1. What an effort to get P1 on the race 2 of myself, Master Mini, and for Master Mini Racing. What a day out that is. How unexpected. I thought I was going to do terrible. But
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin,
absolutely
let's
wonderful.
have a quick
So I'll
look
be
at those who will
on
be fronting
P1
the grid. The
pole position in my
Lewis
second
Hamilton.
ever race,
Goodbye
followed
for
by
now then,
Valtteri
but
Bottas
we're really just
and
getting
Lewis
started.
Hamilton.
Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. The stage is set for another enthralling race here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. A Ferrari stronghold in years gone by, but will they be able to add to their record today? Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36-mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Why don't we start by talking about Valtteri Bottas? As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to a power unit component change. So it's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
Everyone has to deal with penalties or reliability issues from time to time throughout their career. You just have to suck up the pain and get on with the job at hand. Today isn't about performing a miracle to put the car back where it should be. It's about effective damage limitation.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. The engineer lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel, and Albon, Ricciardo, Sainz, Perez, and Esteban Ocon, Stroll, Bottas, Lando Norris, and Kvyat, Gasly, Magnussen, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Roman Grosjean, Russell, Raikkonen, Ireland, and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
looks good on the power unit cycle, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature. Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected. The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Here we go, guys, as 5 red lights are out, and that was a long 5 red lights, but a pretty good start here from us. But on the outside, well, inside was Lewis Hamilton, but no, great start, good start. Oh, what was that? Hamilton coming through the inside, oh, not good here. Oh, and sliding a lot. The car's not feeling that great at all, and we still get in front of Lewis Hamilton. Still in first place, luckily enough. Almost got we did nudge a bit with Lewis Hamilton, but we are lucky, and that's not a great turn there, and the car is just feels like it's too powerful for the car, like the car engine way too powerful for the body, just not that great here. Just stepping out a bit too much. And we've got our third lead at the moment, which is a great start for us. And I've got no more overtake for the rest of the lap, or overtake mode, the button. It's very, very powerful and very useful at times. Here we go now, lap 4, guys. And you can see on the screen, on the bottom right of your screen, that I've got heavy tyre wear. So I must have used these tyres in qualifying or practice or something, because they have been worn a lot. Sorry guys for that little skip pass there. In that pass bit, I've found for the first time in the history of me playing this game, and a failure that's never happened before, where the back wing, where in the zones of DRS where it moves down, instead of it being upwards, it like goes horizontally, so your car can go faster. But for some reason, for the first ever time, I've had a problem where it would not open. but they fixed it luckily enough, so I will be able to have it once I pit and all that. But on to lap 5 now,
Gap to teammate behind is 16.5 seconds.
with very low ERS. Now, oh, the car stepping out there a bit too much here. Very, very steppy. Well, it's probably because it's not the nicest of rides out of any of the Formula 1 cars. Due to that, it is its second ever race. But over the seasons, this car will probably be one of the best cars. But not for a while. Well, today, despite it being a bit challenging, it has been perfect so far to be in P1, which is spectacular for its second ever drive. When I played Formula 1 2019 for the first time, my first ever win was at this track, so hopefully my first ever win on this game, well, for my driver, will be on this track. So that's pretty cool. There's now a 2.92 second gap on myself and Lewis Hamilton. Then followed behind is Verstappen and the two Ferraris of Leclerc and Vettel. And pit window is open. Very cool add-on to this game now. And we will be pitting for the mediums. But that's a very cool little graphic on the side of the screen there. Makes it more like the TV when you watch it, with all the stuff and the driver of the day stuff. It's really cool. But it will be lap 6 and we will pit this lap. Oh, so lucky there, almost did what I did at in my mini series where I kept crashing in the side there, and it was horrible. Still got a fair lead on Hamilton, but if he doesn't pit this lap, and when I go in, he will have the lead. I will be behind a few cars if he doesn't pit. In lap 6, we will come into the pits. As Hamilton, it looks like, and Verstappen coming into the pits as well.
Complete, go now.
That was a pretty decent pit stop for my crew, not having any practice really. And we will come out in Whoa! Oh! And I've just had contact with George Russell. And that's not good. Not good at all. Oh, why did I do that? Shouldn't have sent it, should have stayed back. But if you look at the back, what they call like the shark fin on the Williams car, I've been watching the races and I've been looking. Their one on this game, I think, with last year's car, just with this year's stuff on it, because I don't think they've had enough time to change it, so it'll be in further updates. But the shark fin on the back was last year's one on this game, but in the races they get a different one. So I'm a bit surprised that Cody's haven't found that up and fixed it. But in P11, if you see there, Callum Ilott, my teammate, just short of points positions, which is absolutely fantastic for the second time driver, just like me in Formula 1. Well, for this game at least. so you can pretty much call it my second ever race. I got to send it, nope, very, very careful there. Made sure I didn't send it in the 2000 front, Joe Finazzi and Kvyat coming in the pit, as well as Kalamila, but here we go, and I'm back into first
Callum
place.
is coming in for his stop.
Wonderful, this is just wonderful. With Leclerc, Vettel, Hamilton and Alexander Albon. That is our top 5. Oh, there's a fight here between Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel. But as we're now on lap 8 of 14, we are in first place. Still
The car behind has
fantastic.
boxed for the mediums. Car behind on the medium
Great.
tyre.
I'm so glad I picked the Renault engine, because you're probably thinking in the real races it's probably the most unreliable engine there, but in this game it's just wonderful. And also the Ferrari engine in this game is amazing, but in real life it's not very good this year. Due to that, it was too powerful last year and they had to make it less powerful this year, and it just hasn't been working right. But on the yellow wall tyres, they're medium. But if you can see on the top of your screen, if I haven't talked about it before, I probably have, but there is a mirror, of like a rear vision mirror, so instead of me having to press a button to look behind the car, at all times you can be looking behind the car, so if I'm driving this car close, you guys can, and as well as me, can see.
We're leading our teammate by
behind me.
27.2
It just makes it a bit easier
seconds.
instead of on the old game where you guys wouldn't know where each car is behind. You just see by the arrows that it's close, but now you'll be able to tell where's what car and how close it is behind you. So you'll see on some laps cars in the distance, you can just see them coming around the corner when I'm on the straights. So you know they're a few seconds behind, so it's very handy. And there is a personal best, Sector 1, and that's the best for the race so far. Oh no! Oh, so lucky. So lucky. I've never used to have trouble there until I've just started doing the mini-series. I've just had so much trouble. I've never had trouble there before like that. Oh, I'm so lucky. 2 times I've almost done it now. Very, very lucky. On lap 9, nice. And around here I usually have a lot of issues. I think it was one race before I started YouTubing.
There's
and
5
I
laps
crashed
of
just
fuel
around the
remaining.
corner just there before you go around the long ramp bend. But I crashed there. And luckily enough, because I was so far in the lead, I still won the race, but I had nothing left in front of my car. But as we're now going on to lap 10, and as a personal best, well, that was the best Sector 1, but the other 2 weren't good at all. Yeah, a bit of understeer there, due to that the front wing has damage. But as you can see in the rear vision mirror, you cannot see anything. You cannot see any cars, which means I'm quite far ahead, but I only said about 2.7 seconds, which means they're not that far away. But it's probably because you go very fast on this track. But yep, 4 laps after this one left, and oh, lovely there, no chance of crashing there. Very, very lucky. Yeah, now on like the back straight. Using overtake mode, even though our ERS is quite low, but it's just the only thing we can do, just trying to keep the gap. Doing wonderful so far in this race, just absolutely sensational right here. As we are now going on to lap 11 of 14.
At the moment, the car behind us is lapping faster
And
than
you
us
cannot
by
see
around
any
1
cars from
second per
behind.
lap.
As they are sort of gradually getting closer. Not really though. But on lap 11 or 14, doing well in first place. Haven't really had any issues this race. The only lap so far that I haven't led really was the lap that I came out of the pits. And other than that, I've been in the lead, which has been very good for Master Racing. Will be very good for the team and for instructors with Callum Milot. I found out, yeah, you get randomised who you driver when you at the start get to choose your Formula 2 driver. It was a random pick of what group of drivers you could pick from, because I was going to choose Michael Schumacher or Guillaume Zhao, but because it was like
There's
we
3
did,
laps of
I
fuel
could not
remaining.
get those two, which is pretty annoying. But oh well. But Callum Milot has done very well so far. Only been one race, but as you can see in the background, that doesn't matter anymore. My car is going incredibly slow, and you can see the Ferrari car of Leclerc creeping up behind me. So my car is just dropping pace due to that. It's got low ERS. Now on lap 12, and creeping up on me. Right there is Charles Leclerc coming out of nowhere, and he's just gradually creeping up on me. This is not good. It was quite comfortable for ages, but I think due to that my car is just not as good as the other cars and quality wise. Those cars are just going to come through and just dominate. But you can't see, you can just see them there as we go how fast they turn. So we sort of got a bit of space here. But we're on lap 12 or 14, still P1, but he just won't have DRS, which is very lucky for us, having to use overtake mode just to get that gap a bit further away now. And you can just see him now in the mirror, going around the bend as we will, and we'll turn, and he will be nowhere near us. Oh no! Quite close. He's under a second away now, guys. Under a second behind me. So if he's still... No, over a second now. Oh, just over. If he was under, he would have gotten DRS. And this...
We've only got 2 laps of fuel
that
left.
wouldn't have been good. Now on to the second last lap of the race. Lap 13 of 14. But it's pretty unlucky here when you're driving the whole time and then all of a sudden you've just drove in the best you've ever driven, and then in the end some car just comes out of nowhere and wins. That would be horrible. But the car here is not feeling fantastic, as it is obviously a second race car, but we're starting to make a gap here on Charles Leclerc, and that is my personal best, sector 1. So obviously it's gotten better and better over the times from other cars. Oh no, and I've absolutely ruined that turn. Oh, that was an okay turn, very slow though. And easily under a second away. It's Charles Leclerc, and he will have DRS. And this is not working well. I think he's a bit too far away though to be catching up. But he is under a second away, but he won't get close enough due to that I still at the distance. But there he is, creeping closer. If we had to... I'm not sure, but hopefully he cannot overtake us. But if he doesn't in the end, he will probably overtake us and say a few more laps. But as we almost come around to the last corner before the last lap, and this is just getting very tense between myself and Leclerc. And oh yep, as you can see, he's going to come around the outside. Now around the inside, and you will have DRS. And now we're on to lap 14 or 14. And he's coming around the outside. This is not good. This is really not good. And we will send it. And we'll absolutely send it. And we'll be really cheeky. And we should have given them that. And we will have DRS as well. Could this be what makes us win the race? I don't know. But as he drops quite a distance away now, I was a bit greedy there. I should have given it to him, but nothing's happened to both of us. But it looks like I have gotten a fair distance away from Charles Leclerc, which is absolutely sensational right here, guys. But he's still close to me, well under a second behind me, and he will most likely get DRS. And as I brake here, he will come in behind me, and he will get DRS any second from now, and he has it. But it looks like the overtake mode too strong, too powerful for that DRS on the Ferrari car. But as he creeps closer, gets really close to the bum of the car. But oh, this is just getting really tense here, really tense. Could this be the first win in its second ever race for this team? And it looks like so good so far, as the Ferrari car slightly drops away, but apparently he's creeping closer, and he will get really close, and he will have DRS on the last turn, and he's come up right up my bum. But too late now, and we will win our second ever race and win our first ever race.
There's a few disappointed faces up and down the pit wall after that one, but not here. They secured a phenomenal victory. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Here comes your top three making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One.
And there we have it, guys. We will get fastest lap and the win for the race. First ever win for this team in its second ever race. My first ever win as well in this game. And it'll be Master Mini Racing, followed by the Ferrari of Leclerc, and followed by the Ferrari of Vettel. But let's see where my teammate Callum Ilott came P20 out of 22, which is very average. So I'm not sure how his standards like that, probably because we need to get him better in levels, but oh well. But if guys, you did like this video today, please make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more Formula One content. My name is Master Mini. Have a good day, guys. Goodbye.